Well, this is it, folks. The end of my review of the original and prequel Star Wars trilogies. But I'm not done with Star Wars yet. Stay tuned later this summer for a special review of Star Wars, The Clone Wars, the animated series. Anyway, enjoy my review of Star Wars, Revenge of the Sith, with special thanks to Ben Paddock for his voice as Discord. And please note, there will be spoilers.
Is it possible to learn this power?
Not from a Jedi.
You little rat.
Well, hello there, General Grievous.
Don't you hello me. I know what you did to my droid army.
Oh, come now, they looked so much cuter as bush woolies.
2005 marked the end of the prequel trilogy era of Star Wars with Revenge of the Sith. Set near the end of Clone Wars, the story focuses on Anakin Skywalker as he goes from Jedi Knight of the Old Republic to the Dark Lord of the Sith, Darth Vader. The entire film felt a lot like a Shakespearean tragedy from start to finish, dealing with love and manipulation. And speaking of which, the romance between Anakin and Padme was handled much better than in Attack of the Clones. And that's actually saying a lot. And not only that, I feel like Hayden had some improvements as Anakin Skywalker. It's not completely up to the level of Star Wars The Clone Wars Matt Lanter, but it's enough where he's not 100% of a whiner. In fact, the scene where he learns that Padme was pregnant does show how he's better as an actor in Revenge of the Sith. But I do have two complaints. First off, I wish they used General Grievous much more in this film, showing off on how much of a monster he is to the Jedi. In fact, the cutscene of him killing Shaak Ti that you see should have been kept in the film, and believe me, it speaks a lot about the General. And my other complaint goes to the Jedi. For a society that was about peace, they acted very inappropriately towards Anakin as if they were trying to isolate him, especially you, Mace Windu. And the way they carried out their attempt to stop Palpatine was also questionable, considering Mace Windu tried to execute the Chancellor instead of arresting him. And you know, for a group of knights that were wiped out by the Sith, they were basically asking for it. Lousy no-good hypocrites, it's like they deal in the absolute like the Sith. But enough of the complaints. In fact, I feel like they held nothing back on the action from the beginning to the end. In fact, I think they dedicated their best scene to the Anakin vs. Obi-Wan fight near the end. And I also gotta give points for being the darkest Star Wars film since The Empire Strikes Back. Well, until The Force Awakens and Rogue One went even darker. And personally, my favorite character of the film is none other than Chancellor Palpatine. He played Anakin like a fiddle and waited for the opportunity to take advantage of the Jedi's arrogance and held nothing back. Bonus points goes to Ian McDiarmid for being in perfect acting form regardless if he is subtle or over the top. Now, I admit that Revenge of the Sith isn't a perfect film compared to the original trilogy, especially Return of the Jedi. But this film feels like a great Star Wars film, even going as far as throwing in fan favorite Chewbacca for old time's sake. And in my mind, this feels like the best of the prequel trilogy, period. And besides, if you want something really horrible in that galaxy far, far away, look no further than the holiday special. Even I'm too scared to touch that.
Any last words before I skewer you?
Yes. You wouldn't dare it.
What kind of a last word is that?
One that involves a giant heifer.
I hate you.